Greetings and hello once again. Haha. This here is the ancient spirit Tralaka. Today we are going to talk about the special journey I went in a very specific meditation journey to go down and sniff around for clues and evidence in his part of the country, because there's been a lot of reports of suspicious non-human activity. So here is the trick. Now please understand that just like in apple varieties, each one having its own distinct aroma or smell as well as taste, for so many of the different forms of species of beings in the living, very busy, multidimensional universe. This here also applies here in the aroma, or rather smell, especially for, let's say, one is taking nasty spirits from a household or property. The essence is very important of smell to keep in your tool bag to understand uh, better on what's going on. You can tell sometimes with the smell in the air. So, my Black Panther spirit warriors and my small black bear warrior uh, came with me into the sacred circle, and then we put ourselves out west. And it wasn't long before they came back to me while I was out there, and they found about a 5.5 foot tall being. And repeat, this was not a draconian. It was definitely not a human. It was rather appeared to be a lab grown, bad, interbred test tube creation from some incredibly few scientists who I think are insane, who in secret, by the way, are employed by our tax money to try to create in secret labs, in test tubes, different species of reptilians and newer short grays, that is with an E, working on things like this under the guidance of non-human beings, technologies, and non-human beings. Okay, so he was much more of a what than a oh being. Sorry to be so frank. This is the ancient spirit Tralaka giving a detailed report. So he was definitely a male, or the worst case of an ugly reptilian female I have ever seen in all my journeys. But no, he was a male, but not a brave one either. It amazes me what they can grow in test tubes in these secret labs, but you would think they will put in a couple drops of bravery, because this one was covering in the darkness, cowering away from us. For many species of reptilians I have known through different lives and different meditations in this living, multidimensional, busy universe, they truly would be shamed to claim this character as part of their species. So, all I merely did in spirit, at this part I was appearing as a being that's about 6.5 feet tall, and I walked within about 5 feet of him, and with my hands down on my sides, palms facing outwards at my sides, and I direct look into his eyes, and I told him those large Black Panther warriors, they belong to me. And also the smiling bear. I continued with telling the being that my Black Panther spirit warriors can track a being in multiple dimensions and also travel them to get what they are summoned for to retrieve. So I asked in a getting down to business voice, whom are you? Where are you operating from? What is your mission? Where is your species' home world? And you may or may not survive the next few minutes. My panthers are very hungry for a late night snacking. The ugly form of a test tube reptilian came to began to speak out loud. Though I could not hear him with my outer ears, I could clearly hear him in my mind what he was saying. Am here, am here, am here. Here to reconnaissance mission. Am here, am here, am here. I replied, you will have to do better than that. You are running out of time. Do not think of disappearing on me, for those Black Panthers will drag your bloody ass back should you try to move from this location or even try to relocate with a transdimensional technology. So then, as I, the ancient Tralaka, stared into this reptilian's eyes, who had very strange black eyes, the reptilian spoke again. Am here, with others to find spots. Am here, to find spots for those to settle, which would be in time corrected to live in with the science of weather manipulation. Am here. I replied, this is not good enough. Whom is the beings as I stared him into his eyes? Am here. The Elias system in universe, far past Orion. I need tell you no more. I need leave now. Need leave now. I motioned the two Black Panthers to stand up with a motion from my head and they moved into a warrior battle stand. And as they moved into it, each sliding out of a quilt on their long backs, a silvery long bladed sword. As they faced now even closer to the reptilian, they were standing. They were over 6 feet tall now on their hind legs, standing up straight, looking down upon the lab-grown reptilian with a slight show of a bit of their teeth through the business smile. The young yet fast black bear spirit went in between the property exit and the lab-grown reptilian, and in the moonlight the black bear standing up with his upper paw claws seen, a very business look on his face also. He tried to make, as he tried hard to look nearly as scary as those fully grown, large Black Panther spirit warriors, very excited to be asked to come on a mission to sniff for clues and evidence with his friend, the ancient spirit Tralaka. Am here. They related in part to a very few secret Orion Gray and certain reptilian run-out species alliance. I spoke again. As I have said before, it is very unfortunate you have entered a property which earlier the owners of the properties had invited the ancient spirit Tralaka to put his spirit signature upon the property and the air above and around it, with also meditations shook hands with their inner spirits who live on that property, and their inner spirits accepted into this circle of friendship with the ancient spirit Tralaka. So now you, lab-grown reptilian, you have no legal right here. You have no legal right to be on this property or interfering with these spirit humans' life path. Go now to the desert and take a random sample of sand from underneath a rock, which will show nothing of value. Now never come back to this place. The strange lab-grown, very disformed reptilian went out into the street quickly and in a few seconds disappeared into the air. This also, I might add, there's a very much growing of little gray with an E workings tonight in this part of the country. Though this is not part of my mission, I now then sent the Black Panthers and the small bear around the property and the area to try to sniff out more lab grown reptilians. As I, the ancient Tralaka, walked then on the roof of the home and gazed into the dark night air in each direction, my long flowing hair danced around gently in the mild breeze, which I enjoyed. Later, the Black Panther and small black bear came back with no new presents to report to me. I sat then down on the slope of the roof. They came up and sat next to me. I reached over and I scratched behind the ears of the small black bear, which he liked a whole lot. Well, my friends, I replied, this truly was fun. We need to spend more time than ever to get our news out and to also journey outside the cave to check out real time situations. Because this year and the next will be so marked with illegal activity of certain species, including certain reptilians and certain short gray with an E, the other years before will not be able to compare to, unless some species comes in from deep space to lay the universal law down, not to help the spirit human, so to speak. Please understand this, but to let all sides know how the law in this aspect from this point on will be applied. It feels like in the air, like a battle line is being drawn, not by the spirit humans. It feels like we are right on the edge of a yes or a no. Unfortunately, the spirit humans whom the inner spirits still sleep will be caught as a pickle squished into the middle of a sandwich. Come, my friends, into the sacred formation, and let's go back to the quiet cave. This here is the report of the ancient spirit Tralaka. Journey to many worlds. Always journey safely. Journey, broaden your mind and a greater understanding of what is and better what could be. This is the ancient spirit. Good night.